Good evening. I show up and put on a nice coat to read a book. Kind of feel like I should be singing a song every time I take off my shoes and put on a different pair of shoes and put on something comfortable. Huh. Anyway, hi. Let me adjust this. Feels a little better. How you doing? And welcome to Hot Dad Reads. So the purpose of this whole channel is just that there's a bunch of books that I want to read. And I find that anytime I'm reading to myself, sitting quietly somewhere, or even a loud place, if I try to read at like a bar or on a bus or something like that, I have a hard time doing it. And I used to blame this on the fact that I'm a professional actor. I'm a voice actor. I literally narrate books for a living. So I thought, you know what, I spend all my time reading books out loud to people. I don't want to relax and read books. And that's basically when it dawned on me that the way that I best partake in reading a book is to literally read it out loud. So I thought, hey, if I'm going to be reading a book out loud, maybe there's an audience that wants to hear me read that book. And what are the books that I'd be able to read online for free anyway? Well, that's books in the public domain. So these aren't audiobooks or places wherein I would be losing out on the chance to audition and produce, and narrate, and sell a book. No, just do it on a stream. Anyone can come and watch that. So that's what this is. And also, I just became a father. So I'm already reading a story every night to my child, so it's Hot Dad Reads. Put my child to bed, tuck her in, and then come downstairs, put on a nice coat, and read something to you guys. So that's basically how this works. It'll be from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. There are some Patreon incentives for what I would like to call the Hot Dad Super Secret Saturday Shakespeare stream. I don't know if it's super's in there or not. It's supposed to be an iambic pentameter. Hot Dad Secret Saturday Shakespeare stream. Yeah. Shakespeare Saturday or Saturday Shakespeare? Which one sounds better? Doesn't matter. That's at the $5 level on the Patreon. Next level above that at $15, I believe. Basically, anytime I'm reading a book, I want to make sure that all of its chapters are available from prior streams and whatnot. But once we change books, I want to take the previous book down. But for that tier, not only do you get the Shakespeare Saturday streams, but then you also are able to get access to the previous streams. So if there's a book that we read that you missed, you'll be able to catch up on that too, without having to wait for it to come back in rotation, if it ever does. And then on the Patreon, patreon.com/hotdadreads, by the way, the third, the high-end tier, I think it's $25. That one is the Shakespeare stream. It's access to the prior books. And if you have a book, probably more preferably a short story, something that can be done in an hour or two, but you know, but you want me to read it live on the stream, that's all you have to do. Of course, there are some caveats. I'm not going to read anything that's racist or sexist or ultra-violent or something like that. Nothing that's just straight-up erotic, you know. No thanks to that. So I think it'll be kind of on a case-by-case basis where I can judge whether or not I think it's appropriate for a stream. I mean, you know, we're reading some good books here. We're reading Pride and Prejudice first. I've got my eye, once we hit October, getting a little close to Halloween, doing either Frankenstein or Dracula, something spooky. Oh, we might get a cat. No, he's turning the other way. So certainly the books that we're going to read, they're good. You know, they might have a little bit of love, a little bit of violence, perhaps some language, you know, some things that are dated, I'm sure. So there's always a give and take. So the point is, you know, if you want me to read your story, and sure, it has maybe some mature themes, I understand. That's why, as I said, case-by-case basis, see what fits and what doesn't fit. But otherwise, yeah, this is my setup. Starting with this lovely copy of pretty much everything Jane Austen wrote, so that way we can do Pride and Prejudice. future date, there's of course Emma, Sense and Sensibility, things like that. But a lot of the books I actually don't own a physical copy of. So hopefully with your support, I'll be able to buy nice editions of them and we can have a good time reading books. That's just kind of the way that I see it. Maybe it's a book that you're supposed to read for class. You just don't have the time to read it. Let me read it for you. Maybe you're just trying to, clean up the house before you go to bed, relax, zone out. Maybe you're trying to finish up homework. Maybe you're just trying to fall asleep, whatever it is. It's 10 o'clock on the Eastern Standard Time. Over where I'm at, a lot of people are winding down their day, trying to go to sleep. If you're on the West Coast, 7 o'clock, maybe that's when you're most productive. And you'd love to hear me read you a book that you've been trying to read yourself for some time. So I just think it's a fun opportunity. I get to read out loud. I get to read nice books. You guys get to listen in. So I hope that you'll join. This is twitch.tv/HotDadReads. The Patreon is patreon.com/HotDadReads. And there's a Twitter @HotDadReads, Instagram @HotDadReads. Pretty much HotDadReads, and you'll be able to find me. Yeah, that's how it goes. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to start officially on April 17th. That's not next Monday, but the Monday after that. Yeah. If you have any fun ideas or anything you want to say, feel free to hit me up on the socials. And, have yourselves an agreeable evening. Don't I want to get worried about those candles? Oh. There he is. And there he goes.